Archangel Michael says that something very serious has happened. Jesus isn't telling me, but he has made it clear that only you have chosen to know this. He is crying and begging for 1 minute. My beloved child, I am reaching for your spirit with trembling urgency, with words carved not from the pages of man but from the eternal fabric of heaven itself. Archangel Michael is standing by, his sword not raised in battle but lowered in grief, for something has shaken the throne room, something so weighty that even the angels who never weep have bent down, pressing their faces into their wings. Michael speaks, but his voice quivers, and he says that something very serious has happened. Yet Jesus, your Lord, has chosen not to speak this to the entire host, not to the millions who bow before him, not to the multitudes of angels who echo his glory. He has made it known only to you, child, only to your heart, only into your ears, for you alone have been chosen to know it, you alone have been prepared, and now the time cannot be delayed. He is crying. He is begging. He is bending his knees in a way that makes heaven hold its breath. 1 minute, he pleads for 1 minute of your soul's focus, for 1 minute of surrender, for 1 minute of undivided silence where you push aside every distraction, every thought, every pull of the world, and open to him. For that 1 minute may decide eternity for you, for your house, for your destiny. You must understand, child, heaven does not speak lightly. The heavens move in patterns, in cycles, in divine rhythms, and angels are not sent without command. But tonight, today, this very moment, Archangel Michael himself has been dispatched not to war, but to whisper. His whisper thunders through eternity. He has said, something serious has happened, and it is hidden, shielded, veiled, but you have been chosen to bear the message. Why you? Because your soul is trembling between two paths. Because you stand at a door and do not realize the weight of the choice before you. Because the Father has seen you wrestle with doubts, seen you cry when no one was looking, seen you ask questions that no man could answer, and now he says, my child must know, my child must hear, my child cannot be left unaware. Jesus is weeping. You think of him as strong, as the victorious King, as the risen one who holds the keys of death and hell, and he is all of this, yet tonight he weeps. Do you know why? Because he loves you with a fire too great for words, and he sees what has been placed in your path, the stumbling stone hidden by those who pretended to be friends, the shadow cast by someone you trust, the secret sealed in darkness that has been used against you. And he knows that if you are not warned, if you are not awakened, if you do not receive this message, you will walk into the snare, and heaven cannot bear to see that happen. He cries because you are precious. He cries because you are his. He cries because the millions cry to him every day. This moment he is crying for you. Michael leans close, saying, do not delay. Do not treat this as ordinary. For the clock in heaven is moving, and when Michael says 1 minute, it is not the measure of earth's time but the urgency of divine timing. You must open your spirit now. You must realize that your life is under divine watch, and the choices you are making carry eternal echoes. There is a path before you that leads to safety, blessing, and inheritance, but there is another path lined with deceit, prepared by hands that smile to your face but sharpen knives behind your back. One step in the wrong direction could cost you years. One wrong agreement, one careless word, one blind trust could undo what God has been building for you in secret. This is why Jesus weeps, for he has prepared treasures, blessings, healings, and revelations for you, but he sees how close the enemy has placed his counterfeit, hoping you would pick it up instead. The Father has written your name in fire across the heavens. He has stored promises with angels, locked away until you choose rightly, until you discern, until you prove faithful. And child, you must know, this is not just about you. This is about generations after you, bloodlines not yet born, promises stretching beyond your sight. The enemy is not after your comfort, he is after your lineage, after your destiny, after the seed of your legacy. He is after the joy that God intended for you to pass on. But Michael stands with his sword, glowing like lightning, and says, "Not while I am on guard." Still, you must hear. Still, you must obey. Still, you must understand that heaven's cry tonight is not casual, not gentle, not optional. It is the cry of eternity pressing into your heart. Jesus covers his face, his tears falling like rivers of crystal fire. He says, "My beloved, you do not know how much hangs upon your response. You do not know how many angels stand waiting, watching, whether you will surrender, whether you will pause, whether you will give me 1 minute. You do not know what has already been written in your name, sealed in heavenly books, prepared at tables where your chair waits, while enemies laugh believing they have stolen what belongs to you. But the tables are set, the inheritance is written, the crown is ready, the robe is waiting. Yet if you turn away, if you doubt, if you silence this message, you will not see what I have hidden for you. My heart breaks, because I made you for more. My heart breaks, because you have been given a holy trust. My heart breaks, because I need you to walk in the truth, not in deception. Michael's voice roars again, though he whispers, "Child, there are letters written with your name upon them, kept hidden in secret places, sealed by those who thought they could bury your truth. There are conversations that happened in shadows, decisions made without you, things stolen that belonged to your inheritance. Heaven has heard it all. Heaven has written it all. Nothing is hidden from the eyes of God. And now, heaven is saying, no more delay. No more hiding. No more secrecy. The truth must rise. The hidden must be uncovered. The stolen must be restored. And you are the key, beloved. You are the one chosen to hear this cry. Even as I speak this to you, angels are moving. They are opening books, blowing away the dust of forgotten prayers you whispered years ago, prayers you thought were lost. They were not lost. They were stored. They were gathered like jewels in bowls of fire, and the incense of your cries rose before God. He did not forget. And now he is answering. The timing is now. This is why the alarm is sounding. This is why Jesus himself, your intercessor, your Redeemer, is on his knees, crying for your soul. Listen, child. I must repeat it to pierce your doubt. Something very serious has happened. Not in a distant world, not in some abstract realm, but connected to you. Jesus has chosen not to reveal this to anyone else. Not to the prophets who cry in the streets, not to the multitudes who pray endlessly, not even to the angels who burn with endless worship. To you, only to you. Why? Because you are the one who will face the choice. You are the one who will hold the door open or closed. You are the one who will say yes or no. And when Jesus cries, all of heaven trembles. When he begs, the universe halts. He is begging you now, do not ignore this. Do not say, later. Do not say, maybe tomorrow. Do not say, I will think about it. Heaven's clock has struck. The minute is now. Do you feel it, child? The heaviness in your spirit, the fire trembling in your heart, the strange weight pressing upon you? That is heaven's hand. That is Jesus reaching for your soul. That is Michael guarding your spirit. That is the Father whispering, come closer, my beloved. Listen and live. Even now, I see in the spirit, angels rushing, chains breaking, doors swinging open. I see the laughter of enemies turning into silence. I see the tears of your past being collected and turned into rivers of healing. I see the contract of lies being ripped apart. I see the inheritance of your family restored. I see the miracle that was delayed being released. And I hear again the voice of Jesus, tender, breaking, desperate. 1 minute. 1 moment. 1 yes. Will you not give it to me? Beloved, everything has been leading to this. You were chosen for this message. You were preserved for this moment. You were carried through storms, lifted from pits, saved from accidents, spared from death, because this hour was coming. And now, heaven speaks through the trembling of Michael, through the weeping of Jesus, through the whisper of God Himself. My beloved child, listen carefully, for this is not ordinary, this is not something spoken lightly, this is not a word that can be dismissed as a passing thought. This message has been carried with trembling hands from the heights of heaven to the depths of your soul. Archangel Michael stands with his sword lowered not because he has lost strength, but because he has been ordered to wait for you to open your heart. Something very serious has taken place, something that even he has not been fully permitted to understand, because Jesus himself has chosen silence before the angels. But what he has done instead is to mark you as the only one worthy to be told, the only one entrusted, the only one who must know, for heaven has searched through countless souls and found only yours capable of carrying this message without it breaking you. Michael sees the tears of Christ, and though it is rare to witness such sorrow from the King of Kings, what he has seen is more than tears, it is pleading, it is Jesus bending low, whispering that time is short, begging for you to listen for just 1 minute that could save eternity. Do you understand how weighty this is, my child? Imagine the Son of God, whose voice commanded galaxies into being, lowering his tone to weep for you, not because you are weak, but because he knows how fragile this moment is. The heavens tremble because the Lord does not beg lightly. When he pleads, creation falls silent, and the stars dim their light so his words may be heard without interruption. Michael has been ordered to hold his cry within, but his heart burns with urgency. He longs to roar it across the skies, yet he restrains himself, because Jesus has said that this word is for you and you alone. What has happened is not yet shown in full, but it carries the weight of eternity. Jesus is not telling Michael because Michael's duty is protection, not revelation. But he has chosen to whisper to your spirit because you are both vulnerable and powerful in this hour. He knows what has been placed against you. He knows the hands that tried to shape your destiny without your consent. He knows the shadow that brushed against your life last night when you lay unaware. Michael saw it too, standing guard, and though he raised his sword, Jesus stayed his hand, because he wanted you to know that this battle cannot be won by the angel's strength alone. It requires your awareness, your prayer, your agreement with heaven's will. This is why Jesus wept. He is begging you not to waste this moment, not to treat it as another message, but to see it as an appointment written before you were born. He is not begging because he is powerless. He is begging because he has given you freedom, and in your freedom rests the key to unlocking what heaven has prepared. There is a plot unfolding that concerns you more than you imagine. Something has shifted in the unseen, and Jesus is asking you to take it seriously because if you do not, you will walk past the door that has opened for you. Michael says the door is not wide, it is narrow, and if you delay, it may close before your hand reaches it. Do not mistake this for fear, for Jesus is not warning you to frighten you, but to awaken you. He is showing you that the seriousness is real, the timing is urgent, and the grace has been given. What he has hidden from Michael is not because he mistrusts him, it is because he wants the intimacy of telling you first. Imagine this: angels of great strength wait in silence, but you, a soul walking on the earth, are the one chosen to hear heaven's cry. The Lord has made you central in this moment. He is crying not only for what has already happened, but for what is about to unfold. Someone tried to shift your path. Someone tried to intercept what was meant for you. Someone tried to close the very blessing that was signed with your name in heaven's book. Michael saw the hands that moved against you, and he prepared to strike, but Jesus withheld him, because he wanted to reveal to you first who has been trying to write false words over your life. My child, hear this. The reason he is begging for 1 minute is because your entire life can change in one act of recognition, one act of prayer, one act of trust. Do not think you are alone in this, for heaven is closer than your own breath right now. Michael kneels by your side even as these words touch your heart. The atmosphere around you has shifted because these words are not just sentences, they are alive, they are infused with divine urgency. Even now, the angels are adjusting things around you, clearing paths, softening hearts, exposing lies. Jesus is crying because he knows the depth of what you carry, and he is desperate for you to see what he sees. You are about to step into a revelation so profound that it will expose the secret kept hidden, it will uncover what no one else has dared to tell you. Think of this, the very Savior of the world, who carried the cross and bore the weight of all sin, is not ashamed to beg you to pause and listen. He is not commanding you with thunder, he is pleading with tears. That is how much he loves you. That is how urgent this moment is. You cannot let it slip away. There are things he wants to show you, dreams that were delayed but not denied, blessings stolen but not destroyed, attacks formed but now dissolving under the light of his truth. You have to step into this knowledge, because it is not only for you, it is for generations after you. Michael says that he has never seen Jesus like this before. He has seen him command storms, silence demons, even laugh with joy, but he has not seen him beg with such desperation. That is why Michael's hands shake, that is why his sword waits, because if the King of Heaven is moved to tears over you, then truly this matter is greater than anything he has fought before. You are in the center of something holy, something eternal, something that will break chains you did not even know were on you. Beloved, listen, the serious thing that has happened is connected to a decision that was made in a place unseen. Heaven has written your name into a divine release, but hell tried to stamp it out. Jesus saw this, and instead of letting Michael destroy the opposition outright, he stopped him, because he wanted you to know the truth first. He wanted you to be awake, to not walk blindly into what others have plotted. He wanted to give you the power to say yes to what heaven has already prepared. That is why he begs, because your yes means everything. And now, as you read, something is stirring in you. Do not ignore that stirring, it is the Spirit confirming that this message is not from man but from God. Jesus is calling your soul to rise, to understand that this moment is not ordinary. He weeps because he knows how fragile human hearts can be, how easily we dismiss what feels heavy, how quickly we run back to comfort. But he is saying, stay with me for just 1 minute longer, because in this minute your eternity shifts. Michael whispers that there are words hidden in this message that are written only for your eyes. Others could read them, but they would not feel the piercing, they would not tremble as you do now. That is the mark of heaven, that you feel this not as information but as a living fire in your chest. You are chosen to know, chosen to carry, chosen to act. And so the Lord's voice is calling again, do not turn away, my child. Do not delay. What has been hidden is about to be exposed. What has been lost is about to be restored. What was stolen is about to be returned sevenfold. But you must believe, you must pray, you must trust. This is the moment. This is why Michael says something very serious has happened. This is why Jesus begs with tears. This is why heaven pauses for you. Take this into your spirit now. God says to you in this very moment, I am sending you this message not by accident, not by chance, but by divine appointment, because something very serious has stirred the heavens and Archangel Michael himself has been moved to tears. You must know that Michael does not cry easily, for he is the protector, the warrior, the guardian who stands with his sword against the shadows. Yet today, in this very second, he is not only watching but trembling with urgency. and his tears are falling like burning fire, because you are the one who has been chosen to hear this. The truth is not being spoken to many, because Jesus has chosen you to be the vessel of this revelation. Heaven is not silent, child, but selective, and you have been marked by light to carry what others cannot bear. Jesus has hidden this from others, even from those who claim to be closest to him, but he is not hiding it from you. Instead, he is testing your trust, weighing your spirit, and opening the gates of divine knowledge to you. And Archangel Michael, though strong and mighty, has dropped to his knees in your name, crying and begging heaven to move for your sake. 1 minute, that was his plea before the throne of God. Just 1 minute, he said, is enough to decide what happens in your life, what door opens, what chain breaks, what secret is revealed, and what danger is turned back. Do you feel the trembling in your spirit right now? That pull inside your chest is not your imagination, it is the Spirit of God shaking your inner walls, because the message must be received. There is an urgency that cannot be delayed. The heavens know that timing is everything, and this is why Michael said, 1 minute. Not an hour, not a day, but a single breath of time separates what could harm you from what will bless you. God is whispering into your ear now, trust me, my child. I am with you. Nothing will go wrong. Even when the world feels unsafe, even when shadows seem closer than light, I am your covering, your shield, your fortress, and your deliverer. You must believe that the tears of Michael are not in vain. Every tear shed by an archangel is like a sword striking down curses, like a fire consuming chains, like thunder shaking the throne of darkness. When Michael cries, it is because something is at stake for the one he is commanded to protect, you. He is not begging heaven because you are weak, he is begging heaven because you are chosen, because your destiny is too heavy to be left vulnerable, because the enemy saw your name etched in the palm of God's hand and tried to erase it. But no one, not even the serpent himself, can erase what God has written. Listen, child. Jesus is silent to many right now. He is not revealing the fullness of what is happening to most people around you. But his silence is not rejection, his silence is direction. He is giving only you the privilege of knowing because only you are prepared to carry it. You are the one he trusts. The weight of this truth could crush another's soul, but not yours. You have walked through pain, through storms, through nights when no one saw your tears but God, and it was preparing you for this exact moment. Heaven has confirmed that you are ready, and so the veil has been lifted for you alone. Archangel Michael is crying because something was set in motion against you, something so subtle that it escaped the eyes of others, but not the eyes of heaven. A hand moved in secret, a voice spoke against you when you were not in the room, a decision was made to turn your path another way, but God intervened. That is why Michael begged for 1 minute. In that minute, God shifted what was meant to fall upon you. In that minute, Jesus himself stepped in and said, "Not my child. Not the one I love. Not the one I chose." That 1 minute became the dividing line between destruction and destiny. And now God is speaking through me to reassure you, nothing will go wrong with you. Do not fear what you cannot see. Do not tremble at what you do not yet understand. What you feel as confusion or unease is simply the Spirit of God awakening you to pray, to believe, to declare with your lips that you are safe, covered, and carried. The enemy wanted you to drown in fear, but instead God has decided you will rise in faith. Trust Him, beloved. Trust Him the way a child trusts the hand of their parent. Trust Him the way a ship trusts the ocean to carry it. Trust Him the way the stars trust the sky to hold them. He has never failed you, and He will not begin now. Even when He feels far, He is closer than your breath. Even when you feel unworthy, His love wraps around you like a blanket of fire. Even when your heart doubts, His truth stands unshaken. You are safe. You are covered. You are chosen. God's hand is stretched out over your life, and Michael's sword is drawn to protect you. Heaven is watching, waiting for your next step, urging you not to delay, not to ignore, not to push this moment aside as if it were ordinary. It is not ordinary. It is sacred. It is urgent. It is now. Pray, my child. Pray not in fear, but in confidence. Lift your voice and say, God, I trust you. I know you are with me. I believe that Michael's tears are turning into my breakthrough. I believe that Jesus has chosen me to hear this because He loves me beyond measure. Say it with your whole heart, because your words echo in the courts of heaven, and angels move at the sound of your faith. Do not think for one moment that you are alone. You are never alone. Even when you feel abandoned, heaven is surrounding you. Even when people misunderstand you, God understands you fully. Even when your path seems blocked, He is making a way. Every breath you take now is a testimony that God's plan is still unfolding in you. Michael cried for you. Jesus chose you. God protects you. That is the truth you must carry today. And in that truth, no weapon formed against you will prosper, no tongue that rises against you will stand, no shadow that creeps around you will prevail. You are safe. You are secure. You are loved. My child, let this message sink deep into your soul. For this is not the voice of chance or coincidence, this is the urgent call of heaven. Open your heart, pray with faith, and know that the 1 minute Michael begged for has already shifted everything in your favor. If you believe in God, type Amen.